What's going on, my island insiders? This your girl, Paradise Island. I know y'all miss me because I miss me. I want y'all to take this time out now. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, take this time now to go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Share this video, like, comment, ask any questions you want to ask. Don't be afraid. I'm not going to bite. Let's communicate in the comment section. Share this video. Make sure you subscribe. And yes, let's keep this video moving. I want to focus on today stages of grief. Don't allow no one to tell you that grieving have a time period, because it doesn't. Everybody grieve differently. Not everybody grieve the same. Some people grieve longer than others. Some people doesn't. You know, some people face the situation right then and there, and then next thing you know, 2 months down the line, they're okay. Some people grieve differently. So never allow no one to tell you that you should be done grieving, because it's no time limit. When you're done grieving, you will know you're done grieving. The first stage is shock and denial. This is the stage when you feel disbelief. Like, this can't be happening. And in my grieving process, this is really what happened. I was in denial that it really was happening to me. I didn't want to believe it was true. My first thing that came to my mind is everything's gonna be okay. It's just a car accident, or it's not major. I'm gonna speak on one situation right now. The accident with my babies, Anna and Jamie. My first thing that came to mind when I got the phone call was, this can't be happening. It's an accident, but I didn't think to the extent that it was that serious. So me being optimistically, I was saying, okay, accidents happen every day, but me not thinking this accident is really serious. So I was like, everything's gonna be okay. We're gonna pray about it. They good. You know, God got them. Next thing you know, I get a phone call back and was like, it's serious. And from that point, it's like my brain went everywhere. So denial was definitely there. Denial, I'm still in denial at this point. And it's been a year now. It just made a year, October the 6th for Jamie and October the 13th for Ziana. So I'm still in denial. Some days it's like I'm better. Some days I'm not. But it's 7 steps, 7 stages of grief. You got denial and shock. You got, yeah, as I was saying, like it's 7 stages. And then second stage is anger. I'm looking down because I have everything written down because I don't want to be all over the place. But the second stage is anger. It's natural. It's a natural emotion that can be directed at the person lost, the world, or higher power. So yes, I went through this. I definitely went through the anger stage. It was like, why is this happening? Why did you do this to me? I was questioning the man of above. I was questioning, like, why this got to keep happening to me? Like, why is death happening to me so often? Because when I tell you I have been losing people back to back, year after year. I haven't had a break yet. You feel me? So it's like, it's getting to the point like, why me? What is you trying to tell me? Why are you taking all my loved ones away that I really care about? Like, what have I done for this to be happening? So yes, I was very angry. I was angry at the world at this point. So it's normal. You want to put blame on somebody because you want to feel better. You want to feel like it's something that you could have done, but in reality, if it was going to happen, it was going to happen. Whether it was that way, it would have happened. We can't stop death. Our book is already written out. God already written our story out. So yes, it happened tragically, or however my death line goes, because I have a timeline of when I lost my loved ones, the people I really care about. So however it happened, it was bound to happen. Whether we know it or not, it was going to happen. So yes, I did go through the anger stage. And every now and again, I think I still do, but not as bad as I did at the beginning. Okay. So the third one is bargaining. It's a transitional phase where people try to make deals to change the outcome of the loss. This is another one I went through. I basically went through all these stages, but this is another one I also went through when I basically put the blame on myself, what could have done to avoid the situation. You feel me? Like with the incident with Ziana, I was blaming myself because she was tracked out. She was in North Carolina, and in North Carolina, she doesn't go to a traditional school. So every 6 weeks, they get tracked out. So it was her time. She had tracked out, and she had called me. It's like she tracked out of school. She want to come to Atlanta, and I never tell her no. But at this time, I was really going through something, and I couldn't get to her. So I told her like she had tracked out of school, and I wasn't able to get her at the moment. You feel me? So yes, I put a lot of blame on myself because I was like, if I would have had her, this wouldn't happen. You feel me? But like I said, things are meant to happen. Whether we want to believe it or not, things happen for a reason. So yes, I was bargaining. I was going to that stage as in I put the blame on myself. We all go through it. When you grieving, you going to go through these stages. If you don't go through these stages, something is wrong with you. You need to really dig into yourself and really think about like why I'm not feeling some type of way, like. And then you got the next stage, depression. You got when it could cause grief can cause depression, which you make the grieving process worse. Okay, on this one, depression. I went through some depression, and when I noticed I was going through depression, I noticed I was like closing myself out. I didn't want to be bothered with nobody. I only wanted certain people to be around me. I just wanted to be alone. I felt like nobody understood me, how I was feeling, or what I was going through. I just feel like nobody was understanding what I was going through. So I went through depression, and when I noticed it was getting bad, because I was having thoughts that I want to hurt myself. And when I really felt that, like, it got to the point, it got so bad, I was like crying every day, like having these crazy thoughts, like I didn't want to be here no more. What's the purpose of me being here? The one I love is gone. There's no purpose for me to be here. So why am I here? So when I felt myself getting worse and bad, I called my doctor and I was like, I need help. I need help. A lot of people don't know how to ask for help. But when I felt like it was getting to that point, I reached out for help, because if I don't get that help, I would do something to hurt myself. So I got that help. I went to go see a psychiatrist. They prescribed me medication, which helped me out a lot. The medication they prescribed me helped out with depression. The depression, my anxiety went up the roof, so I had help with that. And I couldn't sleep. I wasn't able to sleep. Sometimes I could be up to 24 hours straight without sleeping and still be functioning. And the medication they gave me had helped me with all those problems, with the depression, the anxiety, and the loss of appetite and loss of sleep. And when I said that helped me feel semi-normal or functional in this world. So me seeking that help really helped out a lot. I feel like it helped me out mentally, just a tad bit, but it helped me out. And then I also started therapy. My therapy lady was so sweet. She was very understanding. I felt like I wasn't being judged. I felt like I was able to talk to her with no problem. I felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulder because I'm the type of person that always felt like I can't show my emotions. I know it might sound crazy, but I always felt that way because I felt like I'd be misunderstood. So every time I lose someone, I don't actually go through these. I never actually went through these stages that I'm explaining and coming to you, setting forth tonight. I never actually went through these stages. These 7 stages of grief, I actually never went through them. This is the first time I actually went through the stages of grief, which is sad because I faced death a lot. I went through so much trauma to the fact that I felt like, okay, I always had that mindset that it's gonna happen again. I know it sounds crazy, but I just felt like it was gonna happen again. So why do all this crying? Why do all this when I know it's something else is gonna happen to me? Because it been happening back to back. It went from 2013. I'm finna give you a timeline right now. We got 2013. Then after 2013, I had a break. You feel me? Then I went backwards. It was 2010. After 2010, it was 2013. Then after 2013, 2010 was my great grandfather. He died of old age, which is understandable. Then I got my grandfather, which is 2013. He died of a heart attack. You feel me? He was still young. He died of a heart attack. And then I got my dad. He died in 2017. He also died of a heart attack. He was also young. Then I got my grandmother. She died in 2019. She had, health issues, which is understandable. You feel me? Eventually, we knew that my grandma was going to pass away. My grandma was very strong. She thugged it out. When I say she thugged it out, she thugged it out. And I also felt like she passed away when she did because of heartache from losing my father. And then in 2020, that's when I lost my first love. He passed away. He had heart problems. He had congestive heart failure. Like I said, in 2020, I lost my first love due to heart failure. And then also 6 months to 8 months later, in the same year, 2020, I lost my best friend. We've been best friends since I want to say 13, about 13, 14. We've been best friends for that long. So I also lost her. And that, when I said that crushed me, that fucking crushed me. That took that hit different. She also had health issues. She was epileptic. She had seizures. And then in 2021, I had a miscarriage. And then right after that, in 2023, that's when I lost someone that was like a mother figure in my life. Like, she been there. Like, I love her. I miss her so much. She passed away in 2023, which is Jamie. And then also in 2023, a week later, Ziana passed away. So you see the timeline. So it's like I never had a break to actually grieve, especially for the first 1, 2, 3. I want to say for the first 4, all the way up to my grandmother, I really wasn't able to grieve. I cried. Yes, I cried. I cried for like 2 weeks straight. But after that, it was like I was just fine. But if you see the timeline, I didn't have time to actually go through these 7 stages. It was like, okay, time to suck it up, be strong, move on. It's like sweeping on the world truck shit. So now I'm finna go on to acceptance. Acceptance is, I skipped one. Testing, right before acceptance. Because acceptance is number 7. Testing is number 6. So testing is the process of trying to find solutions that offer meanings of dealing with the loss. Someone may drift in and out of other grieving stages during this process, which is true. Some days you might feel like you're good, that everything is okay, that you went through the first 5, and then next thing you know, you versing back to denial stage again. Like, it can happen. Like, some days you just like, you feeling fine, you accepting it, and then next thing you know, you reverting back to stage 1 again, that you're in denial that this ever happened. Reason why I think this happens a lot is because a lot of people don't speak on grieving. A lot of young people don't speak on their emotions and their feelings. And I just feel like this new generation now, They really feel like they have no one to talk to. And which is understandable because I feel that way. I feel like I'm so alone in this world, that I'm a loner, that nobody knows what I'm going through. Like, if I could tell you what I'm going through, but are you really listening to me? Type of shit. So that's why a lot of kids out here, young people, grown folks, everybody is out here committing suicide or killing their loved ones or the people they care about, because they don't know how to express themselves, or they feel like they're going to be judged on how they feeling, and just feel like nobody's understanding them, which is, I don't think it's okay. I really don't think it's okay just for you to go kill your girlfriend because you feeling emotional or you feeling some type of way, you don't know how to explain yourself. I don't condone in that. You feel me? And I don't condone in suicide, but I am a victim of that. Like, I really tried to take myself out multiple times. I didn't succeed. Why? Because it's not my time to go. God have plans for me. And I have to sit back and realize that if I hurt myself, I'm going to hurt others. Hurt people hurt others. And I feel like we shouldn't do that. I have people out here that really love and care about me. And if I'm gone, I'm going to hurt them. And I don't want to hurt no one that I love, because I know how I feel to be hurt. I'm trying not to get emotional, but I know how I feel to be hurt. And it's not a good feeling. You don't want to be in a space that you feel like you hurting other people because you're hurting. So if you have that someone that you can talk to, or that's someone that's not going to judge you, talk to that person. Reach out. Even if you get on their nerves and they don't mind, call them, text them. Ask them, oh, can you come over? I just wanna vent. I just wanna let you know how I'm feeling. I just wanna be out the house. I just wanna hug. I just wanna cuddle. You know, sometimes it just be the small things to make that person feel better. Because if a lot of people, how can I put this? People cry out for help. It's signs that people cry out for help. It's just up to you if you seeing those signs of them crying out for help. I know I cried out for help. Some people seen the signs, some people didn't. The ones that I wanted to see the signs did not see the signs. And then when I did tell my loved ones that I thought about hurting myself, oh, you just need to pray, ask God for help and stuff like that. I done that. Sometimes it's not all about that. I just need you. Sometimes if I'm telling you this and I seek help from God, I'm asking God to heal me from what am I going through. So when you just gotta see these signs from your loved ones, don't be so in tune and selfish with your life that you can't pay attention to what's going on with your loved ones around you. I'm not saying that don't focus on yourself. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to your loved ones. Sometimes it just take a quick second to check in with someone. I'm just texting you to see how you're feeling, what's going on, how's your mental. I love you. That text message or that phone call could change somebody's life of thinking the worst. You feel me? So it just take a quick second. Like, I'm the type of person, all my friends or anybody I associate myself with, they will let you know that I would text and blow up their phone. How's your day today? Good morning or grand rising, good evening, whatever time of day it is. I'm going to text you. I hope you, I'm sending a positive message. I hope you have a good day today. Don't let nobody stress you out. And etc. Like, that one text message could have made that person day so much better. They probably was having a bad day and you texting them, making them feel better. You feel me? So I'm just saying, like, just take a step back from life sometimes and really sit back and think about other people that you care about. Shoot a text, call, whatever you can do to help the next person. Because not everybody have somebody. Not everybody have somebody. And I know it might sound crazy, but not everybody have somebody. And a lot of people just want to feel like somebody cares about them. Because a lot of time with this grieving process, you feel alone. You don't feel like you have anybody. A lot of time I feel like I'm alone. I don't have anybody. When I have people around me that care about me. But I'm going to feel like I'm alone because I feel like you're not understanding. You don't know how this to feel. If you never lost a child, you don't know how it feels to lose a child. So you can't relate. Well, if you never lost somebody in your life that really means something to you, how could you relate to me? So just think about it. But you could always be there for someone. You could always have a helping hand. When you know somebody's going through something, just pop up at their house. What can they say? Go home? They're not going to say go home. It's going to bring a smile on their face. It's going to warm their heart to let them know, oh, I didn't answer my phone, but she popped up. That means she really cared about me. She really was worried about me. Lend a helping hand. Prepare a dinner. Take them out. Lend a helping hand. Take that person out the house. You know, sometimes you could be in a house. It can make you depressed. Just being somewhere, just sitting there in your inner thoughts can make you depressed. Sometimes you just have to get out. So this way helped me a lot. I made myself busy. I kept myself busy. I didn't care if I didn't have nothing to do. I act like I had something to do. I couldn't stay in the house. I couldn't sit still because I didn't want my mind to start wondering and thinking. I wanted my brain to keep functioning, just keep staying busy so I don't have that time to think about anything. I don't want to think about nothing. So in order for me to not think about nothing, I kept busy. I was working to the point my body got exhausted. My therapist asked me, like, you're very strong. You built different. I was like, yes, I'm built different, but I don't want to be strong no more. I just want to feel vulnerable. I want to cry. I want to let all this out. So when it came to me in my therapy sections, when I say I cried every therapy section, I cried every therapy section. When I left therapy, my face was swollen, my eyes was big and red because I cried, because I felt like that was the only time I could cry. I felt comfortable in expressing how I felt and my feelings to her because I felt like she wasn't judging me. I felt like when I talked to other people that I was being judged, or I felt like they didn't want to hear what I had to say no more. Like, girl, get over it. It happened. Life is life. You feel me? So I felt like with her, I didn't have to hold back my emotions and my feelings. I just let it out. I cried, and that took so much weight off of me. I just felt relieved when I did cry. I felt so relieved. I felt regenerated, like I'm a new person, because I was able to release all my emotions. Because once again, I always swept everything that was going on with me under the table. I never faced it right then and there. I never faced it. This is my first time actually facing it. In 2023, it's the first time of October. It's the first time I ever faced grief. That actually 7 stages of grief. This is the first time. So it was a lot on me. I didn't even know how to function. I didn't even know, like, is this the right thing for me to do? Is this the right thing right now for me to do, is cry, to let it out? Because sometimes if you don't, it could build up. So let me go ahead to the seventh stage. If I'm stuttering, never mind me. But the 7th stage is acceptance. It's the final stage of grief, where you gradually accept the reality of the loss and find meaning in it. So this is when you know, okay, I faced the denial stage. I went through the anger stage. I went through the bargaining. I went through the depression stage. And now I'm here at the acceptance stage. This is your final stage, that you're accepting this loss that happened to you. When you accept it, that means you just say you giving it up to God at this point. You're releasing it to him now. You giving it to him. It's no longer on your heart no more. Not saying that you forgot about your loved ones. Not saying that you forgot about them. It's just saying that you're releasing it to him. Now you're accepting the fact they're gone. They're in a better place. They're no longer suffering if they suffered. They're no longer hurting if they was hurting. You're accepting it. And you're going to have times, which is the times like you got the triggers. You have triggers. People go through triggers all the time. No matter how many years have passed, there are always going to be triggers. You got the birthdays. You got the special events that remind you of that loved one. You got holidays. You got songs that might remind you of that loved one. You got smells that might remind you of that loved one. Or you also got items that will remind you of that loved one. So you're going to forever have triggers, no matter what. But you have accepted it, that they're gone and they're no longer coming back. You accepted it. But you're going to also have triggers. The trigger's never going to end. The trigger's never going to end. You remembering them and memories will never end. You're going to always notice something, like, say for instance, you and your grandmother or somebody you love so much always watch this show together. When that show come on, that's a trigger. You might end up crying, or you might reminisce or talk about memories of you and that loved one watch that show and what y'all used to talk about in that show. You feel me? So grieving is going to forever be there. You're going to always grieve. Whether you're grieving out loud, you could be grieving in within yourself. You feel me? But when you become in that acceptance stage, it's not going to be as, how can I say it? It's not going to be as hard. You're not going to see yourself. So yeah, triggers can also trigger you, even when you accepted what has happened. When you accept what has happened and the triggers hit you, it's not going to be as bad. When these triggers hit you, it's going to be like a happy moment for you, because you're going to have memories. On Christmas, she loved to watch Christmas movies. It's not going to be as emotional as it was at the beginning of this, when you was in the first 6 stages. Because when that 7th stage come, you're going to be okay. You're going to be like a weight has lifted off your shoulders. Because I came into my acceptance stage when for my best friend Jaleesa. This is 2024. I came to acceptance stage in 2022 is when I accepted her loss, the loss of losing her. In 2022 that's when I came into acceptance. And when I say it felt like a relief. It felt like a relief because I fought myself. I fought myself a lot. And I asked her for forgiveness for anything I have done or anything I have said to her. And if I wasn't there for her when she needed me, I asked her to forgive me, because I blamed myself a lot. I felt like I wasn't there when she needed me, or if she needed to talk about something, I felt like I wasn't there for her. Why? Because, friends, they have their differences. Sometimes friends could go without talking to each other. And me and my best friend, we had a disagreement and we start talking, but I didn't realize we had stopped talking for as long as we start talking. And I think we had stopped talking for like at least 6 months before she had passed away. So when she passed away, we were not on talking terms. So that hit me different. That hurted me, because I felt like she wanted to reach out to me, but she was stubborn. I reached out to her. She had me unblocked. Like, I did everything I could have done. I didn't know where she stayed or anything. So it's like, yeah, I felt like she had needed me and I wasn't there for her. And she was being so stubborn that she didn't reach out and let me know how she was feeling or what was going on with her. So I blame myself a lot when she passed away. So I'm just now coming to acceptance of her loss in 2022. And the reason why I feel like I accepted it is because I feel like she forgave me. And when I say the way I knew she forgave me is because it wasn't that much. And the way I knew that she forgave me is because it was like a weight was lifted off my shoulder. I was no longer feeling guilty of anything. I just felt like she forgave me. And I know from the bottom of my heart and from the bottom of her heart, she will always love me, and I always love her no matter what. Through thick and thin, she's my sister, she's my everything, she's my best friend. And she knows that. I would do any and everything for her when she was here. She did any and everything for me when she was here. And vice versa. Like, we was like peanut butter and jelly. And everybody would tell you we was like literally peanut butter and jelly. And we was bad as fuck. And we stayed getting in fucking trouble. But yeah, so after that, we got how to support someone who's grieving. We got offering listening ear. Like I said, let them just vent to you. Call them and let them just talk. Even though sometimes people that's grieving don't want you to just talk back to them. They just want to vent. They just want to let it all out just to get it off their chest. So be that offering ear. Be that listening ear for that one. Or go just hug them. Just maybe they want just a hug. Maybe they just want to feel loved. Maybe they just want to cuddle. You know, everybody's different. Everybody grieves different, like I said at the beginning. And then finding practical ways to help. Like I said, offer to help, like prepare a dinner. Take that person on a walk. Ask, do they want them to run some errands for them? Like, just be a helping hand. And then assuring them that their feelings are valid. This is very important. Because the sadness can linger in some people for quite a while. Sometimes offer a loss. Some days are better than others, which is so true. Some days I feel amazing. Some days I feel and some days I just don't want to be bothered. Some days I just want to lay in bed and cry. Some days I just wake up and don't know why I'm feeling this way. And it's understandable. It's understandable. All I just want to be loved on. When you notice your special someone or someone that you know so well, you could tell the difference in a mood. It shows. Pay attention. Just pay attention. Just be there. Don't even ask no questions. Just be there. Sometimes things don't need to be asked. Just be there. That's all I'm saying. Just be there. Pay attention to your loved ones. Stop being so selfish, if that makes any sense. Stop being selfish, because the way the world is today in 2020, just pay attention to your loved ones. Hug, because the way the world is today, this world is very cruel. There's nobody out here in this world nice anymore. People don't believe in loving on each other. And it's sad. It's very sad that people don't know how to love on each other no more. All they know how to do is kill each other, unalive each other, be mean and rude, and just, it's a lot to go on with that. But just love on your loved ones. Reach out. Send that text. Ask them, is they okay? It only takes a quick second, I promise you. It only takes a quick second. If you could be on social media, on Snapchat, on IG, on TikTok or Twitter, if you could be on these apps as long as y'all do, y'all could reach out to a loved one or a friend just to check in with them. Because you never know how that mental is. They might not show it on the outside, but on the inside they're feeling it. And they just want to feel loved. So just reach out. Everyone needs someone. I promise you, everyone needs someone. And make sure you drop down in the comment section if you're going through grief, or you grieving, or you went through grieving, and how long it took you to accept what has happened or accept your loss. I want to hear some of y'all stories. I want to hear some of y'all feedbacks. Let's interact with each other, because we can help each other. I'm still today, this video right now I'm making, it's helping me out. This is like a therapy section for me. It's making me feel a little better, because I'm expressing how I feel and what I went through, what I went through. Because if I tell y'all what's really going on, like what I'm going through, I have a whole documentary. I could write a movie. I could write a book of the things I experienced in my life. So yeah. So to recap on everything, we got the 7 stages of grief. We got shock and denial is when you actually, most people ask themselves, this can't be happening. Then you got disorder, I just can't, which is your anger stage. And then you got anger, why me? You questioning, why me? Then you got guilt and bargaining. If only I knew. You feel me? Then you got the distress. I can't sleep or eat. Remember I told you at the beginning, I couldn't sleep. I lost my appetite. I didn't want to eat. I ain't eat for 2 weeks. Like I said before, like I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I lost my appetite. I didn't eat for 2 weeks. Like I said, I didn't sleep for 24 hours. So it's going to happen. Then you got depression. What am I without them? That hit home. That hit home. Why am I here? What's my purpose? They're gone. So why am I still here? Why I can't be gone too? You feel me? Then you got the loneliness. What should I do without them? Remember I said I feel like a loner. I feel alone, like no one understands me. There's a lot of people out there that feel this way. A lot. That's why I said it only take a quick second to check in on someone. It won't hurt you. It won't hurt them. Check in on your loved ones and your friends. If you ain't heard it from nobody else, you heard it from Paradize. Check in on your loved ones. Withdrawal. I give up. That's when you give up. Like I said, I didn't no longer want to be here. What was the purpose? Why am I here? I give up. But I had to sit back and realize if I give up, I'm hurting the ones that's still here, loving on me. I'm hurting them. So I can't give up. I got to keep moving. I got to keep pushing. Because when you lose someone, that's another, it's like how can I say this? It's like you starting a new life. You begin a new life because this new life, since they passed, you got to start a new life without them. Because in your new life, you're not going to have them. So you can't relate back to that old life anymore. If that makes any sense. I don't know if you could understand where I'm coming from, but it's like when someone close to you pass away, it's like that's an old life now. You have a new life you have to live with. You got to keep pushing. You got to keep going because you got to think about, would they want me to give up? I ask myself that all the time. Would they want me to give up? No. They won't want me to give up. They want me to keep pushing. Why? Because God have a plan for me. God have a purpose for me here. I don't know what it is quite yet. I kind of know, but I don't know. I got my finger teeny tiny on it. But I have a purpose here. And that come to a story time that I have for you guys. But I have a purpose here. And last but not least, you got acceptance. I can't change it. You can't change what has happened. Like Final Destination. You can't change. You can't change it. If you ever watch the movie Final Destination, when they trying to, like I said, if you ever watch the movie Final Destination, when they try to cheat death and stop it, what ended up happening? It still happened, right? You can't cheat death. So if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Whether we like it or not. Yes, some things can happen tragically. We don't want that. But it was bound to happen. Whether we like it or not. Because like I said before, our life is already written out. It's already written out. God already know when we're leaving this earth, just like he knew when we came in this world. He know when we're leaving this place. So thanks for watching my video. I love you guys. Like I said, reach out. Love on your loved ones because you never know when it's the expiration date. It's not a time limit on grieving. Hug on your loved ones. Love on your loved ones. Be that somebody for somebody. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and let me know what you guys think and how y'all grieving process is going and how long it took you guys to grieve. Thank you. I love you. And checking out Paradize.